You know, Jeff needs some actual real snow boots. It's the Fox Business Stock Radar, and Jim Frischling, a NewOak Capital, is here. You're actually playing polar vortex stocks, and one of yours is actually apparel today, and that's Columbia Sportswear. I want to bring this up because looking at Jeff Flock, I got to get him some new shoes.
That's right. Everyone's talking about the businesses that's being damaged by the polar vortex and the weather. We decided to go with a different view with the companies that are going to benefit. Columbia, great brand, unlevered balance sheet, history of earnings and dividends, and the fact is we think they're going to do great, especially against their peers.
With all of these, this is fair to say for each of your picks, but I do want to ask you about Columbia in particular. Does it only do well in the winter months? I mean, or do they have summer apparel? Because I actually don't remember. Actually,
one of the things we like about Columbia, we noted that during the financial crisis where they had poor performance, the fact is they were still profitable. So even in unfriendly conditions, they still managed to do just fine. So we think that with the favorable tailwind they have, they should perform very, very well.
Are you saying that it's down about, this is a 6-month chart that we're looking at here, it's down about 2%. So you're saying that maybe this is the time to get these guys?
That's the idea.
I'm sorry, up 15%, I'm sorry, up 15%.
We just think the backdrop for them is positive. The extreme weather certainly contributed to it. But again, their unleveled balance sheet, we think they can do a lot. Free cash flow position is strong. We like them.
Down 5% over the last month, and I want to share that to our viewers. Again, potentially a buying opportunity. Maybe a lot of stocks are probably buying opportunities right now as we're seeing such a market solid. Let's go to the first pick that you had. That was Cabot Oil and Gas. I mean, this is obviously an energy play. Energy is usually a pretty solid bet for portfolios, but would you add maybe now?
This one we thought was particularly interesting given the Marcellus project they have in the Pennsylvania area. It's been a big performer for them. Their production increased over 60% in 2013. Their share price was a huge star, but the fact is they're continuing to invest more in this project. So I think they feel they have a winner in the Marcellus drilling program, and they're going to increase their capital investment there to 75% of their entire 2014 budget. So we like what they're doing.
And this is a dividend yielding stock as well, correct? Okay, so you like it for that. And what would the competition be for Cabot?
Range. There's some ETFs you could play. And again, it's not the only natural gas company that we like, but it's the one that we think is best positioned, again, going forward.
Okay, let's look at, this is interesting, Johnson & Johnson. Certainly, we've got a lot of people hacking up all kinds of things in the building today. So let's discuss Johnson & Johnson. You're saying that this is a great play in the middle of the polar vortex because they're going to be selling a lot of cold and cough products too.
And moisturizer. But no, we do like the pharmaceutical side of this play. A lot of investment in R&D, new drug introductions coming out, diversified, great management, great strategy, dividend play as well. So they had very good fourth quarter earnings, maybe a little bit softer than those we would have liked at 5%, but net income over 37%. We like them, going forward.
Well, actually, I see the 1-year chart right here. I do want to give it a little quick comparison to somebody like a Merck. I mean, would this be like a side-by-side play, or maybe not so much? I mean, these are obviously different businesses.
Different businesses, and again, J&J a little bit more diversified with Merck, maybe a little more pharmaceutical, but the fact is we were liking J&J right now.
You were liking J&J. All right. So you've got all these picks really quick. Thoughts on the market? We had massive sell-offs. We had Thursday, and then we had that 300-point drop on Friday for the Dow. What are you telling your clients right now? Is this an opportunity to get into the markets, in your opinion?
I mean, the tapering is now, even at the top of your show, is dominating the stories. But the fact is it's still an incredible backdrop for stocks. The interest rate environment is low. It's going to continue to be low. So we do think, in part, bullish on the U.S. recovery better than any other. Therefore, we are looking for companies that, again, are going to be well-positioned from the U.S. recovery, more than its peer group. And again, it's still a low interest rate environment. Where else should you invest your money?
Well, look at the NASDAQ right now. We're down 66. Maybe Apple will change things and change the story.
A little pullback is never a bad thing.
Yeah, all right. Jim Frischling, thank you. Polar Vortex picks. I like it. Jim, thank you very much. All right, Dennis.